Alright guys, welcome back. Sorry for the 3-day long break, man. Just work's been killer. By the time I get home, I'm just like not up to like streaming afterwards, so that's kind of why I haven't been streaming lately. But yeah, I'm just glad to be back. I can't wait to see how this game continues. Just behind bars, great job. 87,500. Wow. Okay, so A needs an extra one. Okay, so A needs an extra. Alright. Okay, hello, is this the police office? Oh, wait, whoops. Is this the police? It's Dolores Park. Someone is in my house. I hear footsteps coming from downstairs. My husband is on a business trip and won't be home for another hour. Please come right now. I know it must be some terrorist who's going to rob and... I blocked myself in my room, but the door won't stop this beast. I'm gonna probably say that's not a person, it's probably a dog. But I'm gonna send someone anyway just in case. Okay, the crowd has gathered on the steps of City Hall, demanding that city officials legalize euthanasia. Huh. What is that? Hold on, I wanna... Oh, that's what it is. Wow. Well, that's interesting. They want to legalize that. Okay, the protesters are chanting, "My life, my death, my choice." City Hall employees report that the people brought homemade signs. The process proceeding peacefully. Okay. It's going peacefully, which is good. But I'm pretty sure someone's gonna get arrested. Regardless. Okay, librarian Rolando Boone reported that a young man came in looking for books on chemistry and monographs on explosive substances and publications on extremist topics. Many of the books that he requested are prohibited. The guy looks scary. His eyes made my blood run cold. Mr. Parks returned from his business trip an hour early. It was he who was making the noise in the house. Okay. Why didn't she know that he came back an hour early? Okay, as soon as the suspect sees the police, he pulls a huge knife from his bag and rushes towards the librarian, shouting, "You called the pigs?" Stop yelling, it's a library. Woo! Okay, good. Huh? Chief Boyd, I represent the interests of Private Military Corporation, which is hoping to attract a significant investment from your city. We're preparing an investor presentation, and we'd like to demonstrate the inadequacy of police training. Matters of public safety. Please understand this is just business, and we can all win here. Give us a couple hours and your weakest and laziest guys. My kids will look like gladiators next to them. I promise you. The company will remain in your debt. Sure? Us in Spain and Kodo? See how well that goes. Desire Park. Okay, Parishioner Manna Bush, while she was on her way to church, encountered a group of incredibly strange teenagers. They were running around in weird costumes, fighting with sticks, and talking like robots. Maybe these crazy kids escaped from a mental hospital? Better catch them and send them back. Sure. It's probably just them messing around. Okay, boss, these... Oh, they leveled up a lot. These guys are like machines. They walked all over us, but we learned a lot. 20 minutes with these guys is better than a whole year at the academy. Mr. Cottrell says he was very pleased with our performance. And he offered us free training at their training complex. What do you think? You guys went up by a lot. Sure. Nice. Members of the science fiction club were just having fun at the park. Yeah, I figured. Oh, I can't send them out. Okay, Gladys Shell was in a rage about some comment that her colleagues Matthew Tolan made, so she grabbed a stapler and began to beat him over the head with it. Then Miss Shell yelled loudly and lashed out at the secretary. "She's having a nervous breakdown. Please hurry," said the suspect's boss. Phoned the incident in, so we gotta send in the high-ranked people. 11:11 Okay, an honest tip just came in. A large shipment of a Colombian coffee is being unloaded, and they're shipping heroin inside the bags of beans. There's only a few guards watching them unload the shipment, so if the police roll up, they might just give up without a fight. Alright. Fountains. Okay, the elderly Cornell Davis called up in a fit of hysterics. "Come over quick! I've been robbed! This little bastard stole a treasure!" Okay. They might not make it back in time. Looks like we have a situation. Okay, the woman grabbed the second stapler in her hands. These staplers look like deadly weapons. Grab the woman's hand, look into her bloodshot eyes, and try to calm her down. Deal the woman a solid blow to the jaw. Woo! Okay. I'm very surprised by that.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Softball.
11:11
Woo! Nice. Yep, bring it to the police station. Well, we'll see.
910B complete.
Cornelia Davis was quarreling with the mother of a little boy who climbed into the fountain. Took out a few coins. I made that wish, and your little bastard stole it. Huh.
212 in progress.
Okay, a respectable sounding man with a sleepy voice called in, complaining that fireworks are being set off right in front of the house. His house. They look like bombs, but they have huge bags filled with all sorts of firecrackers. Patricia Buckler says 10 or so people came into her farm with some strange equipment. They wandered around with their gear for a while, then stopped and began to dig a huge pit. Her husband didn't approve of people rummaging around on his property, but his attempt to investigate ended in a fight. The farmer was badly beaten. Okay.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Okay, there are 3 drunk men on the street lighting fireworks, throwing them about. When they see the police, one of them pulls out a firework and looks a lot like dynamite, and sets fire to the fuse. Dive at the man and try to grab the explosive from his hand. Cool firecrackers. I've never seen one of those before. Aim it at the man with a taser. The man throws the explosive to one of his friends. The wick has burned halfway down. Lie down on the ground and hold your head. Taser the man with the explosive and quickly extinguish the fuse.
213.
Oh, okay. Wow.
212 complete.
Oh, it actually was people. And we're done. I hope those guys pass and get even stronger. Okay, the civil society demands increased benefits. Modern art gallery opens modern painting course. Bride suffers happiness heart attack at city registry office. Okay. I'm not sure what else is gonna happen. Okay, just come in tomorrow. Okay, you come in tomorrow. No. You guys are perfectly healthy right now. Let's hear this new song. Take a walk. Really? Percy, let's go! Was able to brilliantly pass all exams, they earned a boost. They just earned. Oh, so after 3 badges, they just keep going up.
710 in progress.
Woo! Nice. Okay, 2 garbage men are emptying some cans near a bus stop. A drunk man came past and thought he'd make fun of them. He tried to make them fight him, so the garbage man got angry, stuffed him in a can, and threw him into the garbage truck. And then they continued on the route. Wow. song's not that bad. It's pretty good. Okay, the police got up to the garbage truck and pulled it over. Two men in overalls are laughing in the cab. Okay, the drunk man gets out of the garbage truck, shakes the dirt off, attacks the police. And here's the real beast. Scavengers, bastards, you're the worst of all. Filling your bellies at our expense, you should all die. Alright. Okay, two old men were sitting on a park bench playing chess. Suddenly one of them dashed the pieces of off the board, grabbed it, and started beating his opponent over the head with it. Ooh. Eyewitnesses who called it in was quite agitated. Hurry! The old man's whole head is covered in blood. No baloney. Okay, Jack, we have something dying down at the Sugar Dream Confectionery. Okay. 1850. Sugar Dream Confectionery. Where's that? Ooh. Nice. Okay, an elderly employee at Scissor Sisters, an office supply store, reported that a courier brought in a suspicious parcel. The return address smeared with ketchup or blood. Nobody else can hear it, but I swear I can hear something ticking inside. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do something to interact with that one. Okay, young female pharmacist said an addict with a length of steel pipe is trying to break into her pharmacy. Let's go, Kendall. Inside was a large box of statements, and item returned from an unhappy customer. Wow. Wow, man. An old man called in to report that right in front of his favorite park bench, a group of crazy-looking people wearing very revealing clothing were flopping around on the grass, spitting on the feelings of God-fearing Christians, alarming everyone who walks past. Okay, the attic has broken a window and he's trying to climb through. His feet are still sticking out. Move the attic sneakers and tickle his feet. Seize the bender's legs. Strike his heels with a nightstick. Okay, the attic falls out of the window and back onto the street. He drops the scrap of pipe and tries to escape. Flirt with the pharmacist. Why is that an option? The man was outraged at a yoga group, which decided to hold a master class in the park. Oh. Alright, not bad. At least that man got a show. Alright. Okay, once again, I could really use your help. I'm trying to expand at the ranch, but the adjacent territory belongs to who are asking an insane amount for it. Today I'll be in a regular meeting with them, and I want a bunch of your police officers to come in during the meeting, start asking lots of questions about murders on the property. Maniacs turning loose, drug addicts living nearby, stuff like that. Basically help me put pressure on the sellers. and knock the cost down a little bit. If the rigor police helps me, I'll stretch out my hand and offer, say, a boost in your budget. Enough for 5 new jobs. Okay, ooh, 5 new jobs? Swoosh. That's a deal right there. Okay, so this one I ignore, but I'm just gonna read it. Hey, Theodore Diramis, caretaker at the candy factory, reports that 5 masked men broke down the door and disappeared inside. The watchman wanted to do his duty and intervene, but there are too many of them. Wouldn't be smart. They just nail me to the wall. You better come sort out this out yourself. And Kimberly Adams was celebrating her birthday with some friends and acquaintances. After a long dinner, she started opening her gifts and found a huge... okay, she flushed and then grabbed the toy and attacked her friend, who gave her the gaki present. You soulless monster. All my friends from the seminary are here. Is this what you want them to think of me? Mrs. Adams then continued to beat her friend over the head until she made a bloody mess of her scalp. Wow. What an interesting friend. That's all I can really say. Wow. An angry man just phoned in yelling about his neighbors. He's been hearing terrible ringing and shouting coming from every side of his house. My ears are going to explode. You have to stop them right away. Okay. It's the ghetto, so usually that's a lot of trouble there. Please, nobody died. Okay, that's good. Nobody died. Okay, Chief, we loved playing the part. In the end, we even had ourselves believing it. And we really don't mind earning a little extra on the side. We don't even ask for a thank you. But when we all kind of hinted that we deserved a couple hundred extra, Mr. Moneybags just hissed at us and said to Apollo that he was on the verge of making a deal of a lifetime. That's not how things are done. We're heading to the bar. That's fine. Sorry, guys. At least you guys did your job. Let me... You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna give you guys... I'll send you guys out to a barbecue. You guys deserve it. Okay, the girl's pounding her friend's head with all her might. Her victim hasn't been conscious for a while. A huge crowd has gathered around, and it's impossible to get near the fight. Blow the police whistle with all your might. Grab a bottle of vodka from the table and throw it at the woman. Force through the crowd to fight. Yeah. Okay, seeing the police, the assailant comes to her senses. Jumps up and makes a break for the back door, pushing people out of the way. Okay. Taser and run after the girl. Run to the victim who is waking up and groaning and begin giving her mouth to mouth. Stop the sinner!
412A complete.
Damn. I can actually do that. Wow. Just wow. Okay, the call came in from Clark McKellen, a former psychiatric patient who recently stopped taking his prescribed medication. Miss Kent called to complain about a drunken neighbor who decided it would be fun to go out after sundown and shoot the beer cans in his backyard. Get that drunk behind bars so that he kills someone. Okay. almost there, guys.
510 complete.
See what happened. Yep, they got him. And we're done. Alright, I'm sorry for you guys, you four. Thank you for doing your job. I'm gonna have you guys go celebrate at a barbecue. Can say what's gonna happen day 84. Drug addiction in city increased by 30%. Freeburg Chessmaster reaches World Cup. Theater director, we need fresh faces and new voices. Ooh, okay, we're good on the Mafia. Okay, let's see what happens now.
Mr. Boyd, this is for you.
That's it?
What's it?
This is from our guy.
What?
It's from the private detective.
What? Oh, no. No, Mr. Boyd. It's from an Agent Dixon.
Fine. I'm sorry I couldn't swing by before I left, but I'll definitely be back to celebrate your retirement, Ethan. Bobby Flash, Diamonds and Thieves. Bobby Flash and the Card Shop. Bobby Flash and the Cats Club. Bobby Flash and the Temptations. Ah, that's what I need.
Alright. See how this day goes now. Donation. Jack, I just had a very pleasant conversation with Mr. Devlin. He was incredibly flattering about your work and donated a large sum of money to satisfy the needs of the police department. It's enough for your staff to expand by 5, or rather 2 people. What? Keep up the good work. Wow, he just took all the money. Alright, Mr. Boyd. I'm Ron Atticus. I haven't yet had the pleasure, but I'm sure you passed by my lovely skyscraper from time to time. It's a wonderful building, and I'd like to expand the surrounding territory. I have received all the necessary documents for the demolition of a small neighboring park. The crew is standing by, but as always, the rabble are causing a lot of problems, ladies in strollers and dog lovers, claiming they use the park every day. I wouldn't want you to take me in for accidentally burying one of the protesters under a layer of concrete. If you can send some men to break these bums up, I would be extremely grateful. Okay, you need 6 people. Damn, that's a lot of people. Okay, so we're even, so I can put one for A and one for B. 290. 290 and 175. Alright, I'll put the 290 for B. And then the 175 for A. So, if they end up getting tired, I only have 6 people to work with. A lunatic named Dorothy Townsend snuck out of her room again and broke into the seclusion area we have for violent criminals. She had hoped to escape with her husband, who is also a patient. This is the report we just received from Carl Carter, doctor at the psychiatric hospital. The woman has raised a fuss among the other patients. The nurses are being beaten while the hospital is wrecked. They block themselves in and they are driving each other wild. Several nurses have barricaded themselves inside, but we have yet to have Wait, but we have to get to them soon. Please hurry. Wait, did I pick a song? Oh, I did have a song in there, but I didn't hear. I just couldn't hear it. Okay, firefight. Witness says that a dark sedan abruptly stopped in the middle of the street. A man with a pistol jumped out and began firing through the window of a restaurant. The caller thought it seemed like someone was firing back. He wasn't sure. Okay, just like that, Mr. Boyd. We make a great team. With my resources and your abilities, we would work wonders together. I'll be glad to provide you with any service I can for a modest fee. It's the least I can do. So, what exactly can you do? Ooh. Okay, 8 of your luxury subordinates can go to a luxury house party and relax properly. Okay, upper Atticus Corp would be happy to make a donation to the police department on your behalf, so you can hire another officer. But I'm paying you. How does that work? A secret account, bank account, which the prosecutor's office cannot possibly access. If anyone is investigating you, you won't be able to find. They won't be able to find your money. That costs nothing. Safe firing. If you want to get rid of an employee, you can offer a place for them in the Atticus security detail. We'll even write their letters of resignation. Honestly, wouldn't mind doing the officer slot. So I guess I'm paying him, and they're paying us to get another officer, which is kind of funny. You have a new officer slot. Right, I'm gonna do it twice. I'll put you for... Wait, who has the highest one? 875? Okay, they're both about even, so... I'll put you for B, you for A. Nice. No one was harmed. Ooh, finally we got one. Okay, 6-year Alex went to the playground in the park with her father and disappeared in broad daylight. Let's get everyone to work on it. The faster you guys get started, the faster we could probably get that guy to go see what's happening. And also, guys, I can't wait. What's it called? Death Stranding 2. It's coming out tomorrow, and I'd be happy to play that. I did enjoy the first game. I don't know if you guys ever played it, but I honestly enjoyed it. I didn't mind. It was just like a nice game to like just get lost in, like have fun. Like, I know a lot of people said it was a walking simulator, but I honestly enjoyed it. I liked the music, especially they got me to learn to hear some brand new music I've never heard of, and I ended up enjoying it. Okay, Jack, you got into our business when you opened the investigation regarding abduction. It'd be better for both of us if the whole thing is settled by 1330? Wait, what? But it's already past that. Sans, you literally kidnapped a child. Why would I do that? What in the world? Man, Sans is gone out of his damn mind. I'm not gonna let him get away with that. Okay, teller noticed 3 hooded men enter the bank carrying sports bags. The prying teller whispered into the phone, "Hurry up, I think they're trying to rob us." Why else would they be carrying those bags? Alright, just in case. Okay, imprisonment. Dennis Chapman reported that his neighbor, Marlon Plouffe, is holding 2 young girls against their will in his bomb shelter. The old fool is absolutely out of his gourd. He's convinced that the aliens are coming any day now and to destroy us. He's preparing for the coming disaster. He's built a bomb shelter, filled it with food, and somehow got those 2 girls down there. I hear them crying and I wanted to help, but Plouffe threatened me with his shotgun, said not to intervene in his affairs. Mr. Chapman also explained that the suspect needed women to repopulate the earth after this disaster. Alright, Chandler, you hold the fort. But, yeah, guys, as I was saying, yeah, I can't wait to play it. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the music. I enjoyed the characters. They were all really good. So, it might be the last one, because I remember Hideo Kojima said he was going to work on a different game entirely after Death Stranding 2. Like, I think he said he was going to go back to playing, or go back to making games like scary games. There we go. So yeah, I can't wait to see. So hopefully Death Stranding does good, and then hopefully his new game is even better. And I would be happy to try it. Okay, an old woman called in a complaint about there's a man in a skirt running around in broad daylight. Has he no shame? It's causing quite a stir at the park, strutting around right in front of the children. Well, yeah. Attempted robbery. The men had just returned from the gym and were stopping into the bank to take out some cash. Okay, near the bomb shelter is a man with shifty eyes, wringing his hands. Go away, vile aliens. You'll never get me and my wives. Sir, you have to help us save the world. The president's waiting for you. Make fun of the man. Lower weapons and try to calm the man down. Nice. The man is not but a Scotsman out for a walk in his national traditional outfit. Okay, nation's traditional. Okay, senior writer Ivan Byakov attacked a young editor who was reading his manuscript. The madman tried to strangle him. I wonder if it's just a play, but I'll just be safe and sorry. Okay, several witnesses reported that a naked man is riding a motorcycle through the city. He's carrying a pistol and shooting into the air while he laughs hysterically. He's very wild and dangerous. He almost knocked over a girl who was crossing the road. Then he took aim at her and tried to shoot her. Wow. I'm gonna wait on that one. I wanna wait for a higher rank officer.
713 in progress.
Okay, missing person. A pizza delivery man picked up an order in the morning and didn't return for the rest of the day. The manager said their couriers have been attacked and robbed a few times, and they are very worried for a young man. The missing person is Robert Derry, who is well known for his carelessness. He has also nearly been fired for abstinence. Huh. Okay, you guys should be able to handle that. This guy has a gun, so I don't want to risk losing someone. But... Come on, how's the investigation going? You guys got all the best people. Bykov is sitting on top of the editor, strangling him. Take the heaviest book off the table and hit the writer with it. Give him a dose of pepper spray. Mr. Bykov, I have a question about one of your novels. The End of Holy Rainbow. Why does Oblamov sell his house?
412A complete.
Ooh, nice. They succeeded. Please, nobody die here.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Send 2 more people for backup.
1113 in progress.
Cabins Throw Bar, illegal arms sale. Tipsy bar visitor reported that the bartender tried to sell him a gun. Basically, I was just sitting there, drinking and complaining about my wife, who was insisting on a divorce. Threatened to take away my children. Says I'm a drunk bastard and I don't appreciate her. So I tell all this to the bartender. He listened and nodded. Then he said, "My friend, you gotta teach that a lesson. Come on, I have exactly what you need in the back." So basically, I follow him and he's got a box with a bunch of guns. "Pick one," he says. Give it to you cheap. But I just said, "I'll think about it." And then I gave you guys a call. Okay, I have to wait for backup. Mr. J met some girls on the beach and decided to stay and party with them. It was that simple. Unharmed, which is good. Alright, so far so good, guys. So far so good.
1015 in progress.
Okay. A passerby says there's a group of sports cars racing down the road at insane speeds. They'll kill anyone who gets in their way. These guys won't stop for nothing. Let's try to get Soak leveled up. Okay, 3 new ones. Oh, wow. Okay, my husband and I are divorced, and he's suing for full custody of Alex. My lawyer says his chances are 0, and I think he knows it too. Now it looks like he decided not to wait for the courts, just take what he wants like alcoholics always do. But how could he do this to his own daughter? He must have used one of his cronies to help grab her. They're always hitting the bottle and ready for trouble. Him and his whole family are a bunch of drunks and a bunch of trouble. Okay, first, I've been sober as a judge for a month now. I go to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings all the time. Second, I only let Alex out of my sight for a second. It was Timothy Gallagher came up. He's great. We talked for just a second while my daughter was playing by the hill. When I turned to check on her, she was nowhere. Completely gone. I think it's Gladys who made off with her. She's already trying to set the judge against me. She says I'm unfit to be a father. Yes, I saw Gordon and his daughter in the park. We just talked for a moment. He was going to walk with her down the hill, so I shook his hand and left. I was handing out leaflets in the park. I noticed 2 men drinking whiskey straight from the bottle, sitting on a beach near a roller coaster, and I saw a girl in a blue dress. Okay, so those all blue dress. She was playing near this hill, and then she bent down to pick up something from the ground. Then an elderly woman walked up, and she took the girl by the hand and then walked away. The woman walked like she was dizzy. Rick Holmes' valet. I didn't see anything suspicious. A drunk driver hit a trash can in the parking lot, left some light paint behind, then just drove up like nothing happened. Okay, so we're still missing a few photos.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Okay, the bar is crowded and smoky, and there's a skinny guy lying on the floor. The bartender is wiping the counter with a dirty rag. Ask the bartender to show you to the back. Everybody finish your drinks and get out. The bartender drops his rags and puts his hands onto the bar. The skinny guy on the floor starts to vomit. Take the sick guy outside for some air.
1113.
Oof. Okay, nobody died. Non-automatic weapons. I'm gonna sell it to him, just so he'll be on my side. Because he's already upset that I'm doing this investigation. That he's clearly
415.
a part of. You don't have all the right frames. I just want to see what they all do. Okay, everyone's good. Day 85. Okay, still 2. Okay, we're still good, guys. We're still good. We're still on the Sansa side. Chavez didn't come into work today. Man, I just hired you. No. Fine, come back tomorrow. Daughter's wedding, okay, come back tomorrow. Okay, come back tomorrow. Man. A lot of people wanting to get the day off. Okay, 4 men flagged down a truck outside a diner, then pulled the truck's drivers out of the cab. The diner's cook called it in. Now they're searching the truck, and one of the men is carrying an axe. Okay, we've reached a complaint from some students who say their physical education teacher is extorting money from them for grades. All these detectives to get on that right away. You guys have had so many days off, I need you guys to work right now.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
The police arrive at the gym during recess, and the gym teacher spots them and tries to escape. The other exit is chained shut, and the windows are secured with thick steel screens. Fire some shots in the air. Okay, in a panic, the teacher quickly climbs up the rope to the ceiling of the gym. I can't wait. My shift just started. That's so funny. I mean, I could have lit the thing, but I would probably kill the guy. Okay, we have something going down today at the port at 2100. We don't want any policemen crashing the party at 3:30 house. No, Central Port. Okay. Should be able to remember the port. Wait, what? How did you guys all die? Well, I'm doing that one again. Damn. Damn. Okay, never sending low rank people. I don't know how the lowest guy survived. Right? The lowest guy survived, but the 3 in the middle died? Anxiety attack. I want to say no because you're the lead guy, Yeah, you can take the day off. Sure. You know, just for that, Moser, I'm gonna promote you. Man, that sucks.
in progress.
Okay, 4-man flag down at. Oh yeah, that's right. And if she somehow dies, I'm gonna be pissed. I have like 3 high-level people with her.
912 in progress.
Okay, this one I sent back up,
I was trying to raise.
which I will. Found urinating on the wall in the cathedral. One of the parishioners who found him grew furious. He threw the old man to the ground and beat the bottoms of his feet, shouting, "You're an animal! You don't deserve to walk on this earth." The man called an emergency, whispering hysterically. He said he was sitting in the kitchen and Memphis is coming over for a drink. Memphis. Yeah. It's a really long name. Come get him. Drivers out of the city hall parking lot protest against the recent increase in vehicle tax. According to one eyewitness, they set fire to several tires, but otherwise they're behaving fairly well. Nice. No one died this time, so I don't get it. That's so weird. Hey Daryl, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm missing YouTube. Wait, what? What did I do? You didn't send me anything. Did I somehow miss something? Because I don't see anything. Okay, Tony Bingham, a broker, spoke quickly on the phone. I just brushed up against some blue baseball cap out on the street, and he came up behind me, jabbed me in the back with a gun, and took my wallet, my watch, and my gold ring. While I was looking for a payphone to call the police, I saw him again. He's 10 yards away. I'm looking right at him. Vandalism. I got him. Okay, an official on the mayor's office will be visiting the store today's president. Damn. Well, I gotta go back and help Sans anyway. But I hope you're doing well, Daryl. Let me give you a shout out.
Okay.
Oh, so we just got team wiped?
Yep. Because I was trying to get to the water and I couldn't get to the water. I hit the rock instead, and you
I
did.
jumped the
You did
moment you
exactly the same
fucking
thing.
jumped.
I was seeing if I could make it. I obviously couldn't. I didn't know
Okay,
you were
well, we
going to
should
do so.
clip that.
No, we shouldn't. That was
Clip.
terrible. Don't clip on, don't clip.
Yeah,
I can't clip on mine.
that's us committing suicide together.
How did your games go tonight? Oh, friggin' amazing. We just jumped off a cliff and died together.
Please don't die.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
It's pretty much the same. I thought the situation would change. She lived. See, I don't know how they're all living now. Unless it's because I sent all the high rank people, I guess. Which one was yours? Or that's because that's the investigation we're doing. I honestly don't know which one it was. Oh well. Nice. Some of the high rank people. Oh, you're welcome, Daryl. Hope you're doing well, man. Okay, Victor Daniel Crockett claims that his neighbor, a student, is constantly taking shifts. Oh, I wrote that. On his front porch, looking, he's nearly plastered every step. Okay. I said shift. Oh, that really came up right as I sent the guy. Damn, man. Okay, gotta remember 1610, man. No. 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 Sure, you can. Man, these people. Like, one of them was actually legit. The other ones, I don't think so. I guess it's this one, but I'm not too sure. Oh, wait. Let her do less work. Let them do the work. definitely the diner one. Wow. I got him, but unfortunately I really died. Yeah, it has to be that one. I gotta remember 1610, I only need one person. I'll give Goodwin. Nope, I'm not falling for that one. Okay, veteran. I know that one. So let's send somebody.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant.
Okay, there are people on the street. Two of them are wearing a baseball caps. Seize the man in the blue baseball cap. Grab the black man in the baseball cap. Carefully observe both. The suspect strikes a police officer and reaches for his gun. Why would I grab a passerby? Okay, that was a big one. Extra puppets for a couple stray dogs. Okay, enraged by the latest wave of cuts at the plants, Dieter Ortiz attacked his boss and beat him severely. His coworkers are afraid Mr. Ortiz has really snapped and called the police. One Husky Iron worker said this: "We always had problems with Ada. He gets angry a lot. But this time it's different. His eyes are bloodshot. He's growling like a wild beast. He's about to throw the boss into a vat of molten metal." That one I gotta send some high rank people to deal with that. Okay, a witness saw several cars in the forest surrounded by a dozen armed men. They were unloading something suspicious from a container. Okay. Dieter Ortiz is standing over a vat of molten metal. He's wearing a protective suit and holding his unconscious boss by the throat. He's screaming like a wild man. I mean, the pushing one could work, but at the same time that could have also been bad. We received an anonymous tip that a local car dealership is being used to smuggle heroin. According to the anonymous source, the drugs are hidden in a spare tire. You'll see. Okay, we got more. We have all the required frames. Okay. Okay, chances are 0, and I think he knows it too. Now it looks like he decided not to wait for the court and just take... But how could he do this to our daughter? Okay, she's just explaining what's going on. Second... My daughter was playing by the hill. Trying to check on her, she was nowhere. Completely gone. I think Gladys, who made off with her, she's already trying to set judge against me. She says I'm unfit to be a father. Okay, that one was there. This one is first. They talked about people. This guy said, like, I didn't see anything suspicious. A drunk driver hit a car. This one. I noticed 2 men drinking whiskey straight from the bottle, sitting on the bench near a roller coaster. I guess. And I saw a girl in a blue dress. Like she's, well, in a white dress, I guess. Then an elderly woman walked up. Wait, she was playing near the pill. Then she bent down to pick up something from the ground. Then an elderly woman walked up. She took the girl by the hand and walked away. Woo! Wow. Got it right in the first try. We got him. We're gonna sell it to him because he's already mad. Drug trafficking. I hope Baloney can handle this. Please, Baloney, don't fail me. Please, I know you're... Well, hopefully Bukarika can carry it. Twenty tip came from some competitors. We're hoping to harm the car dealer's reputation. Did they get him? Woo! Nice, good job, Moser. Good job. They got him. So the lady was the one that was trying to frame the guy. Interesting. He's the one that took the kid. CL cuts prison funding. Stuntman killed filming Bloody Shirt 5. Christopher G. Sands Ice Arena hosts Stalin's double competition. Doubles. Ooh, it went down. Court is sending the custody case of my children today. Alright. Sure, you're drunk. Today's my daughter. My daughter is opening an art exhibition. Okay, you come in tomorrow. You know, I'm gonna save the stripe. I could give it to the girl that's low level. We should get at least a huge amount of XP. Woo, gonna hire one more detective. Okay, we got 4, 8, 9. 4, 8. So one needs to go to B. One more officer. 4, 8, 12, 15. It's 15 per both, so who needs a more? 400. Well, I already have 2 400s for A, so let's get him to B. settled. I guess he wanted us to finish before that time, I guess, but by the time we got to the thing, it was already like not possible. Okay, 3 drunk women entered the all-night store, grabbed a drink of Diet Coke, and when the shopkeeper walked into the back room, they climbed behind the counter, grabbed a shotgun, and wounded the shopkeeper. And the shopkeeper's wife, who lives on the 2nd floor, called the police. Oh. Wow. Okay, the Black Handsome barbershop called to report that a man in a hood and sunglasses asked for a haircut so that no one could recognize him. Hairdresser Emmett Brooks suspects that the man may be on the run from the law. He even agreed to dye his hair blonde. There's obviously something wrong. Honestly, could be, but maybe not. Okay, the women are having fun, drinking alcohol, and throwing food around the store. When they see the police, one of them grabs the shotgun and opens fire. I mean, I think it would have been bad if I just rushed him. Okay, Carmelo Cohen has been fighting with his 42-year-old mother. Has been fighting with his 42-year-old mother's 23-year-old boyfriend. Okay. A neighbor called the police and said that these people had been at it for a long time, shouting at each other in the street. Then things suddenly went downhill fast. They started fighting, and the son pulled out a gun and opened fire on the others. The woman was shot in the leg, and her boyfriend got at least 3 shots in the stomach. Ooh. Wow. Well, damn. The man just wanted to surprise his wife on their wedding anniversary. Yeah. Okay. Abduction. Kindergarten teacher Carolina Cunningham reports that Alevtina Vasileva rushed into the nursery, grabbed her son, and tried to run. The school knows she lost custody in the divorce, so security stopped her as she tried to escape through the exit. Now the suspect has locked herself in a room and is demanding the school release her son. Children and caregivers are crowding around the door. Find another entrance to the room. Look, it's Santa Claus on the street. Okay, behind the door, the child is yelling and then speaks in a murmur. I want my daddy in the background. There's the sound of someone trying to open a window. Yeah, that's the police. People get back in time. Okay, an elderly disabled woman watched from her window as a mother struck her young son in the face and then began to drown him in the inflatable pool. Hurry! cried the worried old woman. Send someone to help save the boy. Ooh, I got that. Okay. Young waitress reports that a wanted fugitive just entered the restaurant. I don't remember what his name is or what he did, but the TV said he was very, very dangerous. Alright. Okay, Mr. Boyd. We were able to demolish the park next to the skyscraper. But now there's another problem. We've begun work at the site, and someone has been sneaking in at night, stealing construction material. Either my guards are deaf, or they're in it with thieves. Send over a few of your men, and have them cover the perimeter, grab anyone suspicious, but don't take the thieves to the police station. I'll deal with the bastards my way. Okay. Yeah, I'll send my lower rank people to come help you. Jack, we have something going down today at Lucifer in the Sky with Lizard's nightclub. 2300. We didn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 3500 should be enough for such a request. Okay, Lucifer in the Sky with Lizard's nightclub. That's such a long name. I'm glad we saved the child. Okay, a stone voice shouted into the emergency line that some guy with a top hat was going to saw a woman in half at the park. The animal has no limits. He's going to kill the poor girl. He was chanting to the crowd of crazies who gathered around to watch. He's like some kind of sacrifice. It's like some kind of sacrifice. Please, send every cop you can. So the man was Manuel Torreblanca, Latin America soap opera star. The waitress must have seen an advertisement for Mr. Torreblanca's show, mixed it up with a police bulletin about the wanted list.
311A in progress.
Okay, hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, 4 black men with shovels and a metal detector were walking along the beach and came upon something valuable. First they hurried to dig up their big find, but before they finished digging, they began to swear and argue over each other's shares. The man with the gray beard got tired of his friends and bashed the guy's head in with a metal detector. He fell over dead on the sand. The remaining 3 are still going at it. An eyewitness called the police and recommends them that we hurry.
911 in progress.
Okay.
410A complete.
It's only a scheduled performance by the famous magician Lorenzo Trentino. Okay, so I'm gonna send you. Okay, Pavel Holub said that he paid a girl to spend the night with him last night. In the morning, he said goodbye to her, but later when he went to the closet, he found that some jewelry worth $3,000 had disappeared. Mr. Holub is prepared to show the police where the girl can usually be found. Okay.
311B in progress.
Okay, that one I have to ignore. But I'm just gonna read it. A fight broke out at the Butterflies on Crack punk rock concert. Oh, that looks way different. Alright. I hope I have enough people to settle everything right now. Hey Wavy, how you doing? Ron Atticus.
311A complete.
Okay, they got him. Too bad one guy died. Thank you for your help, Mr. Boyd.
911 complete.
Bring it to the police station.
311B complete.
Okay, here's the amount we agreed on. Okay, no. Well, never mind. Someone died. Damn, man. That's terrible. 87. Homelessness increased by 13%. Juvenile vandals forced to clean graffiti. Nudist demand private beach in city. Okay, we're back to 2. I think we were at 1, so we're doing good with Sands. Man, how many excuses are you gonna make? But I'll let you. Sure. You know, I'll let you. You've been working hard. Oh, I put the wrong one. No. I have so many detectives. Well, we'll see how this goes, but I don't think I can do it. Oh, never mind. I thought it showed only 6. Well, guess I saw wrong. But hope you're doing well, Wavy. Let me give you a shout out.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
I was like, he has to be low.
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
There we go.
No, I'm going
Good
to
shit, bro.
Hold up.
He beat him with the melee weapon. Nice. So you failed again? Percy, how did you fail? You were doing so well. Okay, send cops to the academy. According to recent reports, the FPD is hiring police academy graduates. The lowest grades, this is shameful. Not just for you, but for the entire city. In the next 2 days, send at least 4 cops for retraining. If you can't teach them anything, let the professional step in. Okay, so send 4 people in. Damn, 10,000? Okay, Atticus Tower. An officer employee came to work earlier than usual. Heard gunshots and screams coming from up on the roof. I always work on the top floor, but I've never noticed anything like this before. Okay, what's a shooting? I'd rather send in the SWAT just in case. Abortion opponents have blockaded a women's clinic. They're acting very aggressively, shouting, "Abortion is murder. Abortion is sin. No one dares approach," and the doctor and nurses are afraid to leave the building. I don't know. I don't want to risk sending a low-rank person. Okay, a group of pranksters have been tossing purses on the sidewalk, tied to a thin thread. They pull the thread attached to the purse and lure curious passers-by into a dumpster in the alley. It's not the first complaint we've gotten about 3 pranksters. The other day, one of the victims was so scared that when they tossed her in the dustbin, she lost consciousness and still hasn't recovered. Thank you for the emails, Darrow. Turns out that the roof is being used for the final skyscraper scene of the new action movie Bloody Shirt 5. John needs to look.
I was trying to raise.
What? How did you guys fail? You have all those people. How did you fail?
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation here.
Okay, there's a $100 bill in the street, and a few teenagers in the alley are poking their heads out from around the corner. Let's go from the other side.
415 complete.
Wow.
10 in progress.
I'm very surprised that some of these people are failing, to be honest. I don't know how they're failing, but they're failing. Okay, so Mr. Boyd, my foreign cooks have really gotten out of hand. They started spitting in the food and putting it in all sorts of strange things. Like it's some kind of joke. It wouldn't matter, except several visitors began to notice they're eating foreign objects. They started to complain. I tried to talk with the staff. They nod and agree, but they just continue to wreak havoc. Please send a couple of your men here, maybe intimidate them with jail time or deportation, but make sure the threats stay just threats. I can't afford to be without cooks for even one day. Alright. A man who wished to remain anonymous told us the address of another man who was engaged in the production and sale of fake documents, certificates, and other papers that are in high demand these days. This guy's prices skyrocketed. The quality is just as bad as before. Okay. Let's put some other music on.
In progress.
A seller at a gift shop noticed brightly dressed Mexican women stuffing a statue of the Freeburg Monument into her bag. She then kept on shopping and trying things on, so I followed her. She paid for everything in cash except for the figurine. I asked the security guard to stop her, but some big guy stepped in and the thief escaped.
Got a situation here.
Okay, no one responds to the knock on the door, so the police knock it down and enter the apartment. A man wearing glasses pops out of a room and presents his federal agent ID. Then it says barbecue on there. Knock the document out of his hand and put him in cuffs. Salute the man and continue the search for him.
1310 complete.
It literally said barbecue on it. So we showed some initiative and knocked around the clever immigrant with our nightsticks a little bit. After the rest of them for half an hour, they got with the program. They won't be monkeying with the food anymore. Miss French was so thankful she served up some crab salad with some sake. And not even our families take care of us like that. Okay. Alright, that's $1,000. I'll take it. Alright, so they're gonna be... I'm gonna send those two so far. Send how many? At least 4? So I got 2 so far. Okay, Leroy Everett noticed 2 apparently smoke-filled teenagers sitting on the side of the road, taking turns playing Russian roulette. Oh. Wow. Okay, the girl turned out to be a pop star, Alana Moraes, who was visiting Freeburg while on a tour. The big man who stepped in was her bodyguard. She was collecting souvenirs in the local shops and just forgot the statuette in the bag. I couldn't fit everything in my hands, apologized to Alana. The seller didn't recognize her. I don't listen to pots, but she accepted an autograph for the singer anyway. Oh. I mean, technically, you can technically say it wasn't a false alarm because she did still take it with her. So that should have been considered. I don't know, that's a little weird. A passerby saw some masked gunmen flee a bank carrying some big bags and run into an apartment building. It looked to me like one of the robbers was wounded. Interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna send you two out because you guys are. There's a chance you guys will crash. Naomi Rutherford is gravely concerned that the city is being invaded by communists. I saw right outside my window a whole family wearing red tracksuits with the letters USSR written on them. I haven't seen anyone holding their hammer and sickle, not yet anyway, but I know it is in my heart. That's just like the past 200 years. We shed blood and sweat for this democracy of ours. We won't just give it over to these commies without a fight. I say let them come at us with everything they've got. Okay. Just you two, not the other two. Okay, the doorman is lying unconscious on the floor. The elevator isn't working, and there's traces of blood on the steps. Somewhere near the top of the stairs, a woman screams, and then there's gunshots. The doorman starts to come around, run towards the sounds. Okay, there's a corpse of a woman in a robe lying in the staircase. Criminals have holed up in an apartment. Throw stun grenades inside, open fire on them, hands up, you're under the stun grenades.
710B complete.
Woo! We're gonna bring that to the police station. Okay, fight. A few girls got in a fight while they were waiting in line for tickets at the Larry Pistol concert. This system is started by the Brin family, immigrants from the Soviet Union who arrived in town just today and haven't had the time to buy new clothes. Okay. Glad that was a false alarm.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hot Spot.
I'll just send 2 extras. This may or may not be the last one. I just wanted to be safe. Oh, damn it. I should have sent 2 more people. Okay. What's gonna happen?
311A complete.
Ooh, they got him. Man, Newberry, I'm sorry. You deserve a break. Port Union threatens strike. Farmers grow record-breaking zucchini. Classroom horrified when failed chemistry experiment claims teacher's life. My grandfather just epilepsy. Okay, you can go. Sure. Yeah. Wow, she passed? Damn, congratulations, bro. First, you couldn't even do that at that level. Okay, well, I'm gonna send 2 more just in case. Or you know, I'll just do 4 just in case. Jack, keep up the good work and make sure your final days of Pre-Ber PD are much more comfortable. Alright. Okay, abduction. A witness found a rusty white truck that's wanted in connection with a schoolyard kidnapping of 13-year-old Tanya Rodriguez. The machine is sitting in the field. There's been no movement or a sign of life for over 2 hours now. What's gonna happen though? Okay, wait, Jack, we have something going down today at the port. Alright, so gotta make sure I don't do anything at the port. Okay, 50-year-old Amanda Price attacked a young waitress claiming the girl was flirting with her husband. Amanda grabbed the waitress by the hair and dragged her across the floor, yelling, "You bent over so far, almost flopped on the menu." Wow. Well, damn. Okay, suddenly strange sounds start coming from the van. The windows are frosted over, so it's impossible to tell what's inside. Okay, inside there's a man and a girl playing with dolls. Grab the man by the neck and arrest him. Beat the man's senses. Take the girl away and tell her she can finish playing in the police car and then arrest the man. Wow. Wow. I have no words. Man, a lot of these are interesting to say the least. Okay, Mr. Norris called to report an explosion. I was in the kitchen making an omelet and with bacon. It's only bang! The explosion shook my windows. I'm a former military man. I'd say it was about 10 pounds of TNT and all that. I hope so. I feel like that could be fake. But we'll see. Okay, Griffith, Tsubaki, Spain, and I'll send Trevor. Abuse of authority. Young businessman Rasul Haddad came to the police about minor city official Jasper Redmond, who had demanded a bribe of $20,000. Otherwise, he's refusing the necessary permits for Haddad's store. The businessman has volunteered to pretend he's delivering the bribe, so the police can catch Redmond in the act. Actually, wait. Let me send Powers, Mefford, and Oscar. That way I can still have some high rank people. Okay, this is the one. A port employee saw 2 men trying to break into a truck. They were unable to get it started, so they unhooked the truck's trailer and are now trying to make it off with it. Performing major renovations on their house. The man heard them doing some demolition. I figured. Okay, the police are in the office as soon as the money changes hands. Redmond tries to quickly hide a large fossil in a drawer. The official quickly jumps up and rushes toward the window, trying in vain to get it open. They got him. Okay, so ignore the port one. A young sailor reported an attempt on his life. I was just swimming around close to the shore when I felt someone's slippery fingers catch my ankle and try to drag me down. Barely escaped. You can laugh, but I know for a fact it was definitely a mermaid. I was in the Navy. I know all about them. Okay. We'll see. I don't want to send the SWAT for that. A homicide. So that one I definitely want to. Yeah, so it's definitely the port one. Okay, 2 dozen homeless people have settled outside the city where they are organized a small camp. They are very aggressive to strangers. They attack and beat outsiders. According to rumors, kill them, and sometimes even eat them. Ooh. Anonymous source also said to look at their gardens. They grow narcotics besides the vegetables. Ooh. Okay, Mr. Norris called in about some shots he heard from the street. I was frying a steak in the kitchen, and I heard several sharp claps. I think it was an M16. I'm ex-military, so I know what I'm saying. Better watch out, those are some big guns. Sarah's leg was snagged in the overgrown fleshy algae that grows near the shore. Okay. Well, let's see. Human trafficking. Oh my god. Informant reports that some containers are being smuggled into the port. The illegal immigrants hiding inside are to be sold as slaves, and the shipment is accompanied by armed guards. Okay, I'm gonna wait. Okay, homicide, Sawmill neighborhood. Spotted the police, 3 residents of the camp draw some strange knives and rush to attack. I tried to calm them down. Fire shots in the air. A grubby woman with a baby in her arms crawls out of one tent, runs toward the police. My son! Take my son away from here! Pick up the woman, child. Don't move or we'll shoot. Pick up the woman, child. Ficus, or Ficus. Wait, drugstore? An elderly woman made a scandalous accusation at the pharmacy. She claimed that the pharmacist substituted her medication. Because of them, she was gaining weight. Look at these wrinkles. It's disgusting. Then the outraged woman took off her dress. Okay. She took it a little too far there. Okay, there's a children's birthday party going on in the house beside Mr. Norris. The guest pops a few balloons. Mr. Norris confused the pops with gunshots. I figured. Let's send one more. Rubinovich Casino. A man who lost a large sum of money at the poker table attacked a female dealer. I wonder if that happens a lot, like in common, like in the real world. Probably gonna say yes. Damn, look at all the people I have, man. Nice. And into PlayStation. then I'll send all the backup in the world for that one. Oh, never mind. Why are you cheating? The man in the yellow jacket is pointing a gun right in the girl's face. Casino security are cautiously watching the action from behind the slot machines. Pocket a few chips from the table. Dude, where did you get that gorgeous jacket? Pull out a gun and shoot the man. The man is squeezing the girl's hand, saying, I know how to put an end to your sleight of hand. Let's see how well you palm cards when you're missing your fingers. You there, throw down the weapon, or you will be shot. Believe me, I don't bluff. Bet on all on red. Okay, I'm glad she didn't die. Woo. Alright, we're good. Day 89. Man, guys, we're doing so well right now. Alright, but hold on, guys. Let me go check what my dog is barking at. Alright, so I'm not sure what my dog was barking at, but there's nobody outside. Yeah, I'm gonna let you have the day. Oh, there goes my dog again. Now it's... Alright. Well, I was taking out the trash. No, you can have the day off. Alright, who deserves a badge? Chavez, you could have one. Congratulations on getting past the academy in the first try, even at a low level. City Hall, nice. Oops. Oh, so many. Okay, a young man became outraged when an elderly woman broke in front of him in line. He struck her with force. Cleaning woman tried to intervene, but she came under blows as well. Okay, the corn monument has been strapped with explosives. The clear voice yelled into the phone, and then the line went dead. I don't know, it could be fake, could not, but I'd rather not risk it. Janet Salazar Guerrero startled an intruder who was trying to break into her house. He kept yelling things in a drunken voice. He said if I didn't open up, there'd be trouble. This isn't a bomb. Some children decided to play terrorist and tape some wires to a normal shoebox. Wow. Again at the park. Okay, Mrs. House called in a complaint about some addicts who are loitering around the Edgar Allan Poe monument. They're turning their brains to mush. They shoot up right there in the park in broad daylight. No shame, no conscience. Drunken man mistakenly thought he was breaking into his own house and that his wife was refusing to let him in. Huh. Teenager stole an expensive car but lost control and crashed the vehicle and ended up fleeing the scene. Okay, I need you all to get on that right away. Okay, several overgrown men in dirty clothes are leaning against the monument. It seems they are sedated. Next to them are a few syringes and tourniquets. One of the next to us cops and tries to crawl away. Man, we can't keep up with you. Get down on all fours and try to catch the headache in a fair race. Firefight. Students report a serious fight going down on the streets outside their dorm. Several people are shooting at each other with machine guns right in the middle of the road. Pedestrians are hiding behind cars, and someone is bleeding on the pavement. This has all the markings of a mafia war. Investigation has started. Okay, we received 12 complaints about MoneyGrow, a company which promises reliable investment returns. Once they got the money, they started avoiding all their investors. They became belligerent and urged even their big investors to simply trust them. Brett Bryant, who lost over $10,000, said the director of MoneyGrow has withdrawn all the money and is preparing to flee the country. Massacre came to the park to play chess, and then people started running past, screaming, covered in blood. Reported the breathless Mr. Connelly. I just ran as fast as I could. It was terrible. I hope that's not fake. Okay, Baloney, go for it. Mr. Connelly was experiencing the Indian Festival of Colors the first time. What a waste. Oh my god, I thought my officer died. Damn, that's still pretty bad though. Okay, seeing the police, a woman quickly hides a file in the safe. Then grabs a stack of papers from the table and waves them in the air, saying, "Our paperwork in order. We're a real company." Grab the stack of papers and beat the woman's face with them. What do you have in the safe? Atticus Tower. The secretary at Blink Zone Studio reported that a trainee photographer became so excited during a nude shoot that he attacked the model. Tends to hurry. He locked himself in a room with her. He's tying her up with cables. Man. Wow. Alright, Bill Buckler saw a truck and a few cars near his farm. Around them was a group of about 10 people arguing. The farmer wanted to drive these suspicious folks away from there, but when they saw him, they grabbed some weapons from their vehicles and opened fire. Buckler somehow managed to get back in the house safely and called the police. Entertainment District. During a bodybuilding show, a small group of girls burst into the room and did something that threatens the very lives of the participants. Some of the bodybuilders put in the call to the police, but his words were slurred and he spoke through his tears, so he was unable to clearly explain the situation. I'm gonna wait a little bit. That was an assault, so... They saved her at least. Okay, men with automatic weapons surround the farmer's house. He's trying to put up a fight, but he's just armed with an old gun. Go over to the criminals' cars and start shouting and jumping around. Get close to the criminals by crawling across the field. Ambush and beat the criminals in the truck before they can sound the alarm. Okay, suspects jumped into their car shouting, "Who's gonna stay to watch the stuff?" Shoot to kill, grab a pitchfork and pounce on the criminals. Drop weapons and eat dirt. Nice. We're good. Another massive fight in Chinatown. Why? Girls are just shouting insults and belittling the bodybuilder's lifestyle, which brought the muscle-bound mopes to tears. Wow. Aye, people these days. Oh, already nice. Oh wait, men armed with knives and iron bars broke into the club, determined to show those yellow slopes how we fight here in Freeburg. The fight spread and several bystanders were drawn in, but one managed to escape and call the police. Not baloney. I feel like I messed up because he's kind of low. I'm gonna give him a day off at the barbecue. Baloney, you can go. Trevor. And I'll send some, I'll send Wine. Well, let me send Weinberger. It's gonna happen.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Softball.
Okay, I'll send baloney. Nice.
Needless to say, I really miss them a
Ooh.
lot. I can't wait for the moment when I'll see them again.
Wouldn't you like to see me?
Oh, Lana, but we,
Let me guess. You've thought about it, but then you realized this can only bring us more suffering. Besides, it's dangerous given the kind of work we do, and why ruin things when everything is going so well, right?
Well, if you know what I think, then you must be thinking the same thing.
Yeah, Jack. Because it's true. But is it fair?
You know what wouldn't be fair? If your friends caught you in a karaoke bar with an old man.
With an old man?
Maybe you imagine you've been talking to a young Greek god with long golden hair, but I'm a 60-year-old man, Lana.
Listen to me, Jack. Ever since high school, I've been surrounded by old men. At university, half my classmates were old men. They might have been 18 years old, but they were already half in the grave. No goals, no ideas, just endless burned-out looks on their faces, exhausted and empty. At work, even my younger colleagues act like old men. They don't have the stomach for a fight. They're already dreaming of retirement. And then there's you, Jack. The only man for a long time who felt the same age as me. Because you fight. Because there's life inside you.
Lana, Damn, it's true. There's life in me yet.
Jack, you're so cocky.
Oh, excuse me, miss. I am the most promising young prosecutor in the country.
You know it's true.
Well, ain't that interesting? So she's falling for him. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna work out. I don't even know how old she is. But he's a 60-year-old man, which he clearly said. But she's probably still in her 20s, I'm guessing. And my father got drunk and beat my mom. Okay, go ahead. No. Oh my god, man. You asked for I don't know how many days off already, didn't you? Wow. Everything new for you. Kendall, are you serious? Again? You're 295, how do you fail? Good job, Goodwin. Okay, an informant gave us an address for one of the biggest drug houses in the state. According to our information, about 3,000 drug addicts armed just the past day. 3 people in there were shot dead and thrown in the corner to rot. Okay, I'm not gonna risk sending anybody low level. Okay, physician and education teacher noticed a suspicious van parked near the school. There was no one inside, but I heard some kind of strange machine running in the back. Just like in the movies. Do we need to evacuate the school? I hope that's not the case, to be honest. Okay, in the shadows and corners, dozens of people lay unconscious, and bags and syringes are scattered everywhere. Is that one? A naked addict with a shotgun flies out of the bathroom. He starts putting holes in the ceiling. Hydrant is open, wait until the perpetrator runs out of ammunition. Fall to the ground and hide among the drunk addicts. Shoot him. Man, that was such a short song. It's already over. Alright, listen to that one, but it's a good song. Okay, 4 activists from the group Life After Meat, in a show of support for their fellow animals, entered the zoo and used bolt cutters to remove the locks from the cages. Several wild animals have gone loose and some are attacking the zoo visitors. Okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit. There were no bombs in the van, just a bunch of antiques. The van belongs to a junk dealer and collector. Armed robbery. We've got a call from the Halal Grocery. 2 armed robbers wearing U.S. President masks cleared out the cash box. Picture Show Theater. Several people are smashing the glass entrance to the cinema and tearing up the posters outside. They're shouting, "Modern cinema corrupts the youth." Someone just pulled out a Molotov cocktail. Nice, they got him. Armed robbery, they got him too. Both of them. Okay, True Colors Hotel. Mr. Boyd, my old rival Jim Gates has returned to the city. The last few years he spent in China, setting up his factories there. Now wants to flood the city with cheap knockoffs, turning every honest businessman in Freeburg. At the present time, his is staying at the True Color Hotel, and plans to buy a house inside the city. I want to show him the true terror capable of law enforcement agencies. He's to understand that he's not welcome here in Freeburg. Okay. Okay, according to Mr. Adams, the Earth is about to be struck by a giant meteor. See how dark it is just got outside? There's a meteor blocking out the sun. There's stones falling on my roof. They're from the meteor. One of them just broke the kitchen window. I have to get my family to safety. Send someone to help. Sure. I don't know how that's gonna work. Unless just people outside throwing rocks at him. Okay, Mr. Jakubski withdrew a large sum from the bank account. Then, while he was getting into his car, a man carrying a gun approached him from behind. He told me not to turn around and hand over the money. Then he ran away. When I finally turned around, I saw a tall figure in the hood ducking up the alley. One of these hooligans is trying to light a Molotov cocktail, but his lighter won't strike. Try to grab the Molotov cocktail past him. You're a Zippo. Deploy fire extinguishers.
1111 in progress.
This chance is overreacting to a hailstorm, which took to be pieces of a meteorite. The sky outside darkened because of the storm clouds overhead. Okay, well that's kind of a good thing. You, and you. Oh, it's only 3? Okay.
213 in progress.
Former chief of... wait, that is the right one, right? Yeah. Okay, the former chef of a restaurant in Chinatown says that the kitchen is used to sort and cut heroin. My friend had an overdose from the garbage they mix up in there. I want those bastards to pay.
Trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Soft Spot.
Only one person. Moonlight Soccer Stadium. Ooh. Local fans have brought up all the bananas at the grocery stores, preparing to taunt the visiting rival football team, which consists almost entirely of dark-skinned men. A judge has been forced to stop the game unless the fans will allow order to be restored. But our fans don't seem to want to settle down. They're singing racist songs and working each other up into a frenzy. The situation could get ugly. Great. This one I'm messing up a lot. Okay, the restaurant is crowded, with waiters moving smoothly between tables. Nothing suspicious. Walk to the approach to the restaurant and wait until civilians have left the building. Okay, one of the waiters noticed the police and shouts in a strange language. The diners jump up and sigh and run towards the door. Okay, in the kitchen, two tough-looking men with machine guns open fire on the cops. Shoot around the corner and return fire. Fall to the ground and shoot at the legs of the criminals. Or stun grenades. Woo.
In progress.
It's not a joke.
215 complete.
An elderly widow was visiting the grave of her husband. She heard some terrible sounds, wheezing, moaning, and rustling, as if someone was trying to climb up to the ground. Are you kidding me? Just go, man.
213. 210 complete.
Sounds came from an African gray parrot, which had flown into the cemetery. Soon, the owner of the parrot found him, took him home. I better keep a closer eye on his cage door. Ayan Kazami called in a loud music complaint. Apparently he regrets moving in next to a nightclub. He had it here is unless we do something about it. The whole neighborhood is gonna go down. Okay, I'm glad we had enough people though. Man, I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for this day for sure. Damn, two people were able to do all that? Wow. Okay, Cindy and Karen Sparkle arriving in Freeburg. Travel agent, the people of Freeburg are more likely to visit other countries. Thief Prussia's ancient statue museum. Brother went hiking to the woods, disappeared. Sure, Moser. Oh my god, no man. You've had like nothing but days off. How? You're 320. How did you fail? That's a long one. Okay, peculiar accident. An apparently intoxicated driver flew into the oncoming lane and crashed to a van, which then crashed to 5 other vehicles. Drivers of the vehicles escaped with their lives, but jumped out of their cars and began to argue. Conflict ensued. The situation is about to get ugly. Four, 8, 12, 15. Okay, so A needs 1. Four, 8, 9. 4, 8, 9. So you could go to A. Suspicious individual. Play in Inter-House hardware store said that a suspicious man named Otis Adams ordered a very strange combination of objects which could easily be used to make explosives. Adams has a pretty colorful police record, including a bomb threat. Oh, again? A young teacher reported seeing the same suspicious white van parked near the school several days in a row. Whenever I walked toward it, the van drove away. I'm afraid of our students. Ooh, Percy and Chavez did a good job. Okay, a thief attempted a little sleight of hand to relieve Sherry Miller of her diamond ring, but she immediately felt something was wrong and put the criminal in an excruciating Japanese finger hold. The son of a is unconscious. You can come and arrest him now. Alright, let's see. And the police approach the suspect's front door. Open up, it's a delivery from Inter-House. A man in a chemical protection suit seeing the police rushes to a bedside table, searches frantically for something, point a gun at him and order him not to move. So he didn't have anything on him? Okay, 5 teenagers asked a man for cigarettes, but he said they were too young. The kid jumped him, knocked him to the ground, and started kicking him with full force, which Nicole Shelton saw what's going on. Called the police. These guys are crazy. They'll kill him. Okay, Percy, go ahead. The driver of the white van is a female courier. Parks near the school during their lunch hour. I have a stressful job and a horrible boss, but when I watch the children laughing, it calms me down.
412A in progress.
Okay, some workers were squabbling during their lunch break, discussing yesterday's football game, when one of them became really irate and tried to drive over the others with a tractor. According to one eyewitness who had taken refuge inside the building, he's like a crazy man. We barely escaped. I guess he was unconscious. Okay, the teens continue to beat an old man, ignoring the police car that just drove up. Turn on the siren. When the teenage thugs see the police, they start running off in different directions. Fire into the air and order them not to move. I think either that choice or the other one would have been good, to be honest. Okay, some big men wearing striped shirts walked into the fountain and started trying to drown each other. Come quick before they all kill each other. Wow. Wearing striped shirts? Oh wait, they're big men. What? What happened? How? How did that even happen? There was only one guy. Wow. Wow. Sure. No. Wow. I'm still lost as to how that even happened. He actually passed. He still didn't pass. She passed. 800, damn. So that's a man named Otis. I forgot if this one was real. I don't remember. This one was fake. Wow, so that's the wrong option. So yeah, you just gotta point at him. Damn. That's what I get for trying to pick different choices, huh? Oh. Yeah. Ah, man, I'm doing so bad. I've already went like 11 days straight, and I'm getting all these bad ones. You failed like this time? You still failed. Why do you always fail? Oh, I lost 800. Go to B. Some living guy. Okay, this one I'm gonna wait. This one I never have to find out. You know, I'm just gonna send him. Okay, I'm gonna wait. Okay, this time nobody died. Hey, John Sterling. Jack, I'm not going to give you a sob story about all my recent misfortunes. Let's just say that I need my job back with the police. And I do mean need. You'll help me out on this, right? You'll be retired soon, so how about a little advance payment for my annual salary? It's only fair. It's not in your best interest to refuse. I know all about your shady business dealings. Just one phone call is all it takes. I got all the evidence I need to bury you. But I don't want to go against you. I just really need this job, you know? Do you agree? Joanne Sterling. Who's that? Well, Jack, that's excellent. Some folks say you're a fool, but I know you're as sharp as ever. Jack Boyd is no fool. Do I know this person? People in the fountain were just having some fun. They're harmless Russian immigrants thought they once served as paratroopers. For them, bathing in a fountain is a traditional thing and for airborne troops to do. Joanne Sterling. Came to protest the premiere of the action film Hard Boiled Women 2. They're demanding that the cinema's management cancels the premiere. The situation is heating up. Sterling. Do I have a Sterling? Is it her? Wait, I remember you. I'm pretty sure it's the same girl that... Okay, Michael May saw a young girl running naked and bloody, trying to climb over the fence of an expensive mansion. She screamed and called for help, but then a man came out of the house, grabbed her by the hair, and dragged her inside. The neighbors were complaining just last week about all-night parties at the same mansion. It was owned by Saudi Prince Malik Kefaya. Bomb threatened City Hall. A janitor at City Hall called us with a suspicious man sitting in the waiting room. He's twitching and looking sideways at everybody. I think he's a spy or a tourist. He's all skinny, but he's got a really fat belly. I think he's carrying a bomb. I'm gonna wait.
910C in progress.
Huh. Two men in clown masks stormed into the auto show and demanded the keys to the most expensive cars on display. The manager hesitated, the robber shot him in the leg, One visitor at the event managed to break through a shop window and escape, at least for long enough to call in the police.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Who's got an extra ticket? The protesting women are pointing at movie posters with busty heroines in sexy poses, shouting, "Sexism is a disease in our society." One of the women steps forward and throws a stone at the cinema directory. Who was trying to go talk to the protesters? Okay.
In progress.
Ooh, it was actually real. They got him. Alright, she dies. I wonder what happens. Okay, multiple shots were reported coming from the nightclub. Okay, 3 new frames. We still need more. If I call for backup, I'll send backup.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hot Spot.
Bomb threat. It was fake. I knew it. No, he's not carrying a bomb. He's just an ordinary citizen. Tired of waiting in line just like everybody else. Let's see what happens. We got like 3 people out. At the Masquerade Club, all the employees and visitors wear masks and costumes. People outside are dancing quietly, and there's the sound of claps coming from further inside. Sees the girl in the squirrel suit. Climb up to the 2nd floor and get a better view. Go deeper into the hall. Ooh. Music stops and a shot rings out. The dancers start to stampede. A guy in a hockey mask flashes a gun and pushes over the girl in the squirrel suit. The guy in the hockey mask runs out onto the street, gets into his car, and continues shooting at the police. Shoot out his tires, hide behind the door of the club, open fire on him. Nice. Nice. Pretty sure that Sterling girl was the one from the very beginning of the game that I fired because she kept asking for multiple days off no matter what. Well, let's see if I get anything in the paper. No, question mark. Post commerce increased 60%. No, you already had so many days off. Oh my god, man, you. I still lost the bed and swallowed my car keys. Go ahead. Sure. Can't wait for some more cutscenes though. It feels like those take a long time to come out again. Mission from God, what? Okay, Mr. Void, I don't know if you come to Mass, but if you do, you may know that our most enlightened and progressive parishioners donate absurd sums of money to curry the favor of God's blessed powder. Truly this powder is manna from the heavens, which clears the mind in preparation for the coming of the Antichrist. Fortunately, some of our flock have been turned from the house of the Lord, for outside the enemies of Jesus sell them fake satanic powder, and their undercutting our God-blessed prices. Be a good thing if you were to get rid of them, as our Lord Jesus drove the merchants from the house of God. I wonder if it's real. I mean, it's real, but like, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, a drunk driver drove his van into a bus stop, knocking over several people. The van stalled out, and now the unsteady driver is clumsily trying to escape. In the same spot. Okay. Retiree Frank Cedar complains that someone has stolen his lawn. Like clockwork, once a month someone comes by to cut out my gorgeous lawn and cart it off. I've never managed to catch this enemy to fertile grass, or I'd have shown him I'm a veteran. You know, I put hundreds of our enemies in the graves. I just want some peace and quiet. I don't know, that has to be fake. It's probably like a family or something. The Bishop of Freeburg. Mr. Void, I see you do not wish to delay the arrival of the Antichrist any more than I do. After all, he cannot be arrested or put in jail. Henceforth, any of our church services are available for you at a reduced rates. Also, please accept from me, the Bishop of Freeburg, this sum of money as a personal gift. $75. Okay, what do you offer? The Bishop of Freeburg will personally bless the police station and all of its employees. Forgiveness of sin. No one is born without sin, but not everybody wants to live that way. Policeman funeral by phone. The Bishop of Freeburg will deliver by phone the eulogy for fallen police department employees. Touch the relics. The Bishop of Freeburg will allow you to touch the relics kept in the cathedral. Prayer for Jack's family. The Bishop of Freeburg will personally pray for the happiness and health of Jack's family. Sermon for employees. The Bishop of Freeburg will personally deliver the sermon to all officers and detectives at the station. Wow. For $1,300? Wow. Okay, the market district is seeing increased cases of pickpocketing. The media are already up in arms about it. You are to send 2 cops to the area to increase the perception of police protection. There are journalists scurrying about. Stop by the neighborhood boy at the request of Mr. Cedar. Yeah, I figured.
311B in progress.
Okay, an employee of the shopping center was dressed in a tomato costume to advertise a new tomato paste. He accidentally frightened professional boxer Joshua Drake, who shouted and jumped on him and started pummeling him with full force. Passersby tried to separate them, but they also received the boxer's fury, and Passersby broke out. Yeah, the driver of a luxurious white Cadillac ran over a black teenager and then attempted to flee the scene, but lost control and drove into a column. Angry residents in the area have come out on the street. There's a huge clown running around the mall. Tried to scare me to death, said unemployed John Hawkinsmith. I got a disease. Got a note from the doctor. That clown got no right to scare me. Okay. Come on, guys. You need to find out these damn frames. Okay, seeing the police, the suspects begin to argue and shout in an unknown language. And then two women manage to escape and hide somewhere on the farm. Hunker down and wait for the women to show. Check the cows. Carefully search the whole area.
911. 412A, 210.
Clown was hired to promote the children's amusement park and has every right to be in the mall. Okay. Okay, while the legendary singer Gennaro Crespo was giving a performance, someone threw a large ear of corn at the musician and smashed his head. Despite a bit of blood, Mr. Crespo showed no concern, just laughed it off and got ready to continue. Nevertheless, the concert organizers were furious and demanded that everyone turn in their cameras. Can't let the audience leave until the offender has been detained. They shouted into the police line. We've got a large crowd here, so send everyone you have a bill so we can get this done. Damn. There we go. Okay. I mean, why can't I send the SWAT? That makes like the most sense. You don't have all the right frames yet, so I guess I got a few of them. Okay, I saw a muddy young fella wearing a hood whirling through the alley near the Furfur store, and I got distracted. I get like that sometimes. Remember, I heard some rumbling and hissing, like cars running into each other. Okay. I had just parked my car near the Furfur shop, and a boy in a hood popped through the gate, grabbed my bag from my shoulder, and disappeared. Okay, wait. I had just parked my car. Near the Furfur shop. So I guess right. Let's start driving. I guess this one and that one. Hurried to the phone. I hurried to the phone to call the police, and the damn pest must have been hiding nearby. As soon as I stepped away from the car, he dashed inside. Okay, so he stepped away. He dashed inside and was off like a bolt. The very first turn, he hit the fire hydrant and ran away like a cowardly dog. Okay, the car is insured, but who is going to replace my favorite Snow White handbag? Oh wait. I forgot. So this. She did this, did that, did this, did that. But he says I don't have the right frames. Okay, the car's insured, but who's going to replace my new... Okay, the camera in the intersection shows a convertible crashing into a fire hydrant. And water spraying like a fountain. A short time later, a thin hooded figure climbs from the car, runs away down the street. Fire hydrant. There's traces of yellow paint on the fire hydrant. Well, I figured. I was just walking down the street when some guy in a hood came flying right at me. He was all wet, a real mess, like he was from a shipwreck. The guy ran into me hard, almost broke my ribs. Damn, so I'll probably get those frames tomorrow, sadly.
412A.
I forgot who's on the truck. No, it's supposed to be Shift A. I think it's Moser that's on it. Alright, I'm gonna do one more day, probably. Okay, priest notes prostitution increase. Doctor, euthanasia should be personal choice. Sub-actor Manuel Torreblanca announced completion of film career. Sure. Sure. You can go. You've been doing a good job. I needed him. No. No. I hope I don't get the finishing touches for Moser. Oh. December 11th and October. What month are we in now? Okay, Foundry. Several dozen workers have gone on strike over layoffs and wage cuts. For a while they were expecting someone from the company to negotiate with them. This never happened, and the protesters have armed themselves with improvised weapons and have started to break down the fence. Okay, inside a booth in the ladies' public toilet, a woman was overheard holding a man against his will and attempting to blackmail him. Crystal Harrington only vaguely made out part of their conversation and immediately ran to find a phone to call the police. What? What happened? They just barely got there and it just ended instantly. Like, they barely just parked. The booth was occupied by a couple who were spicing up the relationship with role-playing games and sex in public places. Wow. Interesting. Hey, Mr. Royd, I have the misfortune of having a family. My only daughter is marrying a complete idiot. She's requiring that the wedding take place on the roof of my skyscraper as soon as possible. But I want to protect my daughter and make the biggest mistake of her life, making the biggest mistake. So I organized a grand wedding and reception, and I asked that you arrest the groom at the altar on some monstrous charges. I don't want to do that. I want to frame the guy. Okay, two women tried to quietly pocket some expensive jewelry at the boutique, but the guard saw everything and stopped them, and demanded that they turn out their pockets. One of the women then pulled a gun, person began to threaten the store's employees. Hostage situation. Security guard reports that an armed man wearing a frock coat burst into his registry office. He was dragging a young girl in a white dress behind him and demanded that the staff immediately arrange their marriage. Wow.
Trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hot Spot.
Okay, the man grips the girl's arm tightly and aims his shotgun at a registry office employee. She says, "I now pronounce you husband and wife. May kiss the bride. Either throw down your weapon, or I'll put a hole in your suit." "Kiss her, you fool!" Sneak up behind the groom and stun him with a nightstick. Okay, waitress says that a special-looking man in a ruffled jacket has been sitting at a table for several hours. He didn't order anything. I brought him coffee and he just sat there, staring at me. I'm afraid he's going to watch me until my shift is over, and then the girl stammered. It's scary to imagine. We just received an anonymous call. Someone is unloading an arms shipment at the port. All the regular workers were sent home early. Okay, without explanation, Karen Sparkle's manager canceled the pre-break stop on the incredibly popular singer's tour. She was originally scheduled to perform in town next month, and incensed fans have gathered at the Ice Arena, where the concert was to be held, demanding to speak with Karen immediately. Senior guard Trevor Hernandez sent his men to calm down the crowd. The guards were severely beaten, and the crowd has begun to break down open doors and windows. Nice. That question was fired from his job today. He was just trying to collect his thoughts and figure out how to get by. Aw, poor guy. Ooh, perfect. Okay, 4 large men in black suits are loading boxes into a van. There's 3 more armed guards. Can you tell me where someone was handing out coupons for free pizza? Send a bullet through the van's front tire. You're surrounded. Nobody move. The men with machine guns are firing at the cops. The others quickly open one of the boxes and pull out a grenade launcher. Ooh. Throw stun grenades and attack. Get in the truck and ram the sons of... Ooh, nobody died. Okay, so Martin Cooker, owner of a local grocery store, said the 2 older women with a big gym bag are hanging around the parking lot selling cigarettes to passersby. Can barely make ends meet as it is, and these hucksters are chasing away all my customers. Two bearded men came to the train station and began to pray, and then went to different corners of the depot and took off their jackets. Witnesses report that they were both wearing suicide vests. One of the attackers detonated his vest, but the second man's vest didn't work, and he fled in panic into the back rooms of the station. Ooh. Well. Ooh, they handled it. Okay, so let's send in all of you guys. Maybe one. Wait, why a paddy wagon? I thought it was only one guy. Nice. There we go, we probably have them all now. You don't have all the right frames? We still don't have all the right frames? Damn, how many more do we need? Huh. Okay, I guess that was a good thing he did have the day off then.
Trying to raise TN1, Sergeant Soft Spot.
Let's level up the lower rank people. Alright, so after this, guys, I'm gonna see if there's a cutscene. If not, I'm gonna end stream, and then I'm gonna go eat. And if I finish pretty fast and all that, I might get back on and stream a little more. Maybe I'll switch something else, but we'll see. But yeah, man, I'm pretty sure we gotta last a whole 180 days thing, so it's gonna be a while. Well, we got a checkpoint. Can leave. Okay. Minesweeper. Most calls are false alarms. Let's see if anything new happens. Damn you, Percy. Well, it doesn't matter. Let me see. Anything special gonna happen? That's so funny.
10:10 in progress.
Okay, so yeah, nothing happened. Alright, so guys, we're gonna find someone to raid out to. Who would that be? I'm not too sure, honestly. Let's see who's currently streaming right now.
Warm rain beats down in waves on pavement. The wind sings its prose while I'm waiting.
God, I like that song.
For the call
So good.
to reach my bow.
Alright, so we're gonna raid out to Pan Puko. They're currently playing a funny game right now, a climbing game. So we're gonna go visit them, see how they're doing, guys. But yeah, thank you guys again for joining me. Really appreciate it. If I get back in time, hopefully I'll stream. I'll try to stream something, but we'll see. As for what, I'm not too sure yet, but we'll see. And if not, I'll probably see you guys again tomorrow. But thank you guys again for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, some more. Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, wait. Remember, gamers, keep on gaming. Take care, everyone.